Good day, America, and welcome back to our channel. Today's top story takes us into the world of Hollywood, but not the kind of story you'd expect. Academy Award-winning actress Charlize Theron has found herself in headlines for several very different reasons this week. First, a shocking car theft at her Los Angeles home. Then, a rare public outing with her daughter at Disneyland that melted hearts across social media. And finally, the buzz around her highly anticipated Netflix action thriller, Apex, Charlize Theron. When you hear that name, you think of power, elegance, talent, and a career built on versatility. But this week, she's in headlines for reasons far beyond the silver screen. From a shocking car theft, to a rare Disneyland outing with her daughter, to the upcoming release of her highly anticipated Netflix film Apex, Charlize is once again showing why she's more than just a Hollywood icon. Tonight, we're diving deep not only into the latest breaking stories around Theron, but also her journey as an actress, a mother, and an activist who continues to inspire millions around the world. This week, Charlize Theron's Los Angeles property became the scene of a crime. Police confirmed that one of her personal vehicles was stolen. Details remain limited, but law enforcement is actively investigating the theft. It's a reminder that even the most glamorous stars are not immune to the everyday dangers of city life. For Theron, whose life is usually defined by movie premieres, red carpets, and global causes, this was a moment of unwanted vulnerability. What makes this story interesting is the irony. Theron has often portrayed strong, action-driven women, from Mad Max, Fury Road to Atomic Blonde. And now, the actress finds herself living through a plotline straight out of a Hollywood thriller. Stolen property, investigations, and mystery. Fans online reacted with both shock and support. Social media comments poured in with messages like, "Even Charlize can't escape LA crime," and "Hope the LAPD finds it soon." Others pointed out that celebrities often serve as symbols, and when something bad happens to them, it reminds us just how fragile safety can be. Just days after the theft, Charlize Theron was spotted at the happiest place on earth, Disneyland. And it wasn't a red carpet appearance, it was a mom's day out. Theron was seen walking hand-in-hand with her daughter Jackson, now 12 years old, along with some of Jackson's friends, dressed casually, blending in with the crowd. Theron's public outing reminded fans that behind the Academy Awards and blockbuster hits, she is first and foremost a mother. Jackson, adopted in 2012, is Theron's oldest child. In past interviews, Charlize has been deeply open about parenting, calling it both the hardest and most rewarding part of her life. She once told Elle magazine that she chose motherhood because, "I didn't want to wait for a partner. I knew I was ready." Seeing her at Disneyland, laughing, walking, carrying snacks like any other mom, it was a snapshot of the woman behind the fame. The world rarely sees this side of her, and maybe that's what made the images go viral so quickly. To understand why this Disneyland outing matters so much, you have to look at the bigger picture. Charlize Theron is not just a mother. She's a single mother by choice. In Hollywood, where partnerships and power couples dominate the spotlight, Theron's decision to adopt her daughters, Jackson and August, without waiting for a traditional family structure, was groundbreaking. She's spoken about facing criticism for it, especially as a global celebrity, yet she's always answered in the same way. Her family is hers to build, her love is enough, and her daughters are her priority. This is part of why she resonates so strongly with her fans. She's not afraid to break norms. She's not afraid to walk her own path. She's not afraid to embrace roles, both on-screen and off-screen, that challenge expectations. Theron once said, "I never saw my life as incomplete, because I didn't have a husband. What I saw was a chance to create the life I wanted, and in that, she's become more than an actress. She's become a role model." Of course, Theron's influence extends far beyond parenting. She began as a model in South Africa, chasing opportunities that eventually led her to Los Angeles. In the mid-90s, she took on small film roles until her breakthrough performance in The Devil's Advocate, alongside Keanu Reeves and Al Pacino. But it was Monster in 2003 that transformed her into a legend. Playing serial killer Eileen Wuornos, Theron went through an almost unrecognizable physical transformation, gaining weight, wearing prosthetics, and delivering a haunting performance that earned her an Academy Award. From there, she refused to be boxed into one type of role. Action films like Mad Max, Fury Road, and Atomic Blonde showed her grit. Comedies like Long Shot revealed her humor, Dramas like North Country highlighted her emotional depth. Few actresses have shown this kind of range, and even fewer have balanced it with activism, parenting, and independence. And the story doesn't end there. Theron is back in the headlines for her next big project, Apex. The Netflix thriller is already being hyped as one of the most anticipated action films of 2025. Co-starring Taron Egerton and Eric Bana, the film has been shooting in Australia and is set to showcase Theron in another commanding high-octane role. But what makes Apex different is that Theron isn't just the star, she is also producing the film. That means creative control, leadership behind the scenes, and shaping a movie not just for performance, but for message. For fans who loved her role as Furiosa in Mad Max or as Lorraine Browden in Atomic Blonde, Apex promises another masterclass in action storytelling. Outside of Hollywood, Theron has built a reputation as a passionate activist. She's spoken out about women's rights, gender equality, and HIV/AIDS awareness, particularly through her foundation, the Charlize Theron Africa Outreach Project. Her philanthropy has supported young people in Africa with education, resources, and healthcare, proving that her influence isn't just measured in box office numbers. Theron has also been a vocal advocate for inclusivity and acceptance, standing firm and supporting her daughter Jackson's journey, who identifies as transgender. For Theron, love and acceptance aren't negotiable. They are non-negotiable. And it's this combination of fearlessness on screen, boldness off screen, and tenderness at home that makes her story so powerful. So what do we take away from this week's headlines? Yes, Charlize Theron faced a car theft. Yes, she was spotted at Disneyland. Yes, she's working on another major film. But beyond all that, she's living life authentically, navigating fame, motherhood, and creativity in a way that keeps her at the center of Hollywood's cultural conversation. She's not just a celebrity. She's a mother, an activist, powerhouse, and a reminder that even those who seem larger than life face real struggles, real joys, and real humanity. This has been your deep dive into the life, the news, and the legacy of Charlize Theron. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell for more trending celebrity stories and cultural analysis. Share your thoughts below. What do you admire most about Charlize Theron? Till next time, stay informed, stay inspired,